settled. We've both seen Fantastic Four. We've both seen Superman. We gotta make the argument. Which movie is better? And you can kind of guess we're divided here on party lines. Let me just say this. We've already said it. We both love this movie. There's no doubt. We both spent an hour each talking about these movies.
Yeah.
I personally feel like Superman was the more enjoyable movie.
Well, that is fucking bullshit.
And I don't know your true opinion, and you can give it to me here or
I
whatever.
wanted
But
to, people who are just tuning in just to see what it's like, I wanted them to be like, "Oh, this is gonna get good.
we are gonna fight."
Oh, fucking who needs Jerry Springer on streaming?" Like, no,
No, but
we do swear.
I came into that movie. You can go back and listen to the episodes. I said that I'm gonna have a bias, and I'm probably gonna enjoy Superman more. And for me, I enjoyed it more, and that is a lot of it being a DC guy. Could there be arguments made that maybe he didn't set up certain characters properly or do certain things? Maybe to.
Well,
that argument can be made.
Well, let's.
But I'm just saying,
yeah.
me personally,
I got you.
I
So
enjoy Superman more.
I figured, but let's start real quick with something that I know you're gonna be like, but you kind of comparing them obviously is logical for where they're coming out at the same time.
It's
what
the
they mean
Barbenheimer
to each,
thing, yeah.
whatever, right?
Super fantastic, I think was what they were saying.
They're both really, really good. I enjoyed both movies. You have to say, like, look, one is literally the beginning of a shared universe, and we talked about this on the podcast a little bit. One of them is like the beginning of a shared universe, and the other one is kind of a little pocket of an already well-established large cinematic universe. Okay. Having said that, I enjoyed both movies equally well, but in different ways. Like, the level of enjoyment was the same, but the reasons why I liked each one were different. And I have to say that I probably like Fantastic Four more, simply because I creamed my fucking jeans every time Galactus was on screen. I was like, oh, Power Cosmic! It was awesome.
Yeah.
Good thing I had the popcorn bucket.
That's how I felt when I saw Green Lantern on screen again, you know? I'm like, oh,
I mean,
it's Guy Gardner, but
yeah, I did too. But Guy Gardner is not nearly as satisfying as Galactus is.
Oh, no.
And I do mean Spanish, man. What the hell was that? Colonel Sanders for Guy Gardner.
So,
I do mean satisfied. 7.
So I want to also point out, this is kind of like a jokey debate because it's more of like...
Right.
It's
you go to hell.
Well, for me, I think the more interesting thing is a study into what taste is and what you, like, why you have a certain preference.
Why your opinion sucks and why mine is awesome.
Because I think a lot of times we get wrapped up in... Well, wait, shut up.
Shut up, asshole.
I almost brushed past it and I was like, wait a minute.
Hey.
No, I think a lot of times we get caught up in the whole, well, I like this thing and it has to be better than this thing.
Right.
Just because, it happens to be a superhero movie and it happens to be a DC movie and a Marvel movie. And
sure.
You have to, like, I talked to a friend who isn't into this like we are, like into comic books and things like that, and he's like, well, I enjoyed Fantastic Four more and I think it was much better than Superman. I was like, okay, let's kind of go into that. And it is funny because they're two different movies trying to achieve two different like messages and goals, but are like we talked about, like they're so similar. It's kind of crazy. Both are reboots. Both are saying, I mean, Fantastic Four even more so in a stylistic way, but both movies are saying we're going back to our roots. We're going to not. We both had dark and brooding versions, and now they're going back to the Silver Age,
both
Bronze
versions,
and Silver Age.
Both movies, at their core, the message is hope, and kindness and compassion wins the day.
Really? Yeah.
Which, I gotta be honest, and I don't know how much of this content you watch online all day, but if you watch like a lot of it, you're lost, man. Because seriously, like, no, I'm serious.
Yeah.
I'm totally fucking serious, dude. Kindness and compassion is so fucking punk right now. That's how fucked up this stupid world is that we live in, where we have to make content so that you'll get a message through that content that you shouldn't watch this content anymore. Yeah. It's a fucking it's an Ouroboros of bullshit. And for those of you who don't know who Ouroboros is, go fucking look it up.
And
wow, I'm mean.
Wow, if we could
Fuck you, Tanner.
If we could narrow it down to just one thing, and be derivative, I truly think it really is just that I enjoy the DC universe more, and I have more.
I gotta be honest, Galactus.
And for you, it's that tie to Galactus, yeah, and it really because I admit how much of a James Gunn dick rider you want to call me, but no, the dude has made
riding that train, having cocaine.
But most everything he's made, I've enjoyed. And
he hasn't steered me wrong yet, to be honest.
And I also think that's a preference thing. I enjoy James Gunn's movies, and I enjoy what James Gunn does. Yeah. Now, I definitely think with Matt Shakman, right?
Matt Shakman, yeah.
He did an amazing job. Like, again, that movie's great. But my preference is tied to, I said when we reviewed Superman, and I think you're going to probably be along the same tip with the Fantastic Four.
On the same tip.
Where I said it in the review, so than ever, I am excited that people give a shit about Superman. I am excited that people give a shit about DC again. And I am fucking counting down the weeks to see Peacemaker. I am so excited to see season 2 because they just dropped the trailer at San Diego Comic-Con.
Shit.
Well, it's explaining that how this season is taking place in the DCU.
Well, then don't tell me anything because I haven't seen it yet. Spoiler man. Spoiler man.
But really, and because when my friend and I talked about it, it was kind of based on that. Like, well, my bias. He's like, well, I think you have a bias for this. I'm like, absolutely, I do.
Yeah,
I know that.
Maybe. So what?
And so do you. Is what I said.
Why don't you eat shit?
So why did you prefer? But I want to know why you kind of preferred First Steps versus Superman. Over Superman.
To be really okay.
And I mean, let's be honest. We're just nitpicking.
Let me be real simple, because I already have been. But let me be real simple, and then let me be complicated.
Oh.
Just like relationships.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. You see what I did there?
I think.
Oh my.
Sure.
Simple? Fucking Galactus. Galactus! Dude, Galactus fucking ruled, man. It was awesome. Every bit of it was cool. And it was like, awesome. Thank you so much, Feige, for giving me, I don't even call him Kevin anymore, it's just Feige.
Feige!
Yo, Feige! What's up, brother? Okay, so, sorry.
The wind outside your window, Marvel!
His wife is like, fucking, anyway. I like Galactus, but truthfully, more than anything, I wanted to make a confession during the Fantastic Four review. A lot of people are going to hate this.
Ooh. Flaming hot take. Cheetos, flaming hot. They don't sponsor us.
You remember how I asked you, like, why is Nightwing a fan favorite? Like, why?
Right.
Explicitly. Like, give me
explain to me!
Sell it to me.
Yeah.
Right?
Sure.
The characterizations of the Fantastic Four, honestly, they could do about 7 or 8 different ways, and if they do it right, I'm like, okay, sure, that's Reed Richards. You remember how I was like, well, he basically, channel Reed. Reed Richards is kind of a boring character in the comics. I mean,
until he becomes the Maker.
A little bit, but I mean, he's not one note. But look, Reed Richards is a cool character. It's just when you're talking about we were talking about everybody nailed their roles, right?
Okay,
yes.
okay. I like this. I like where we're going.
Johnny Storm especially nailed his fucking role. Joseph Quinn nailed it. I think Vanessa Kirby nailed it. But again, the 3 other members of the Fantastic Four, to me, have always been way more interesting as characters than Reed Richards. And if you're going to take away the one thing that makes him interesting to me in the comics, which is all the crazy shit he does with his fucking elastic body, and just make him basically a big string, I'm kind of bored. Sorry.
Sorry. I like where that's going because, I want to talk about this comparing the 2 casts, because I think this is another situation where both movies are perfectly cast.
Right.
I think that.
But Lex Luthor, you could say you can do it 1,000 different ways, and somebody will say, yeah, that nails it from this or this.
I mean, you could say that
this book or this story.
There's Gene Hackman's version. There's Michael Rosenbaum's.
And I fucking love Gene Hackman's, dude.
There's Michael Rosenbaum's version. There's Jesse Eisenberg's version. There's
the worst thing. My favorite Lex Luthor, besides Nicholas Hoult and Gene Hackman, Spacey in Superman Returns was awesome. but it's fucking Kevin Spacey.
But that's the thing. David Cornswet is great.
Yeah.
As Superman, he's perfect. Rachel Brosnahan is great as Lois, and like that's what I'm saying. Top to bottom, Mr. Fantastic is perfect. The Joel Justice, all that stuff works, and both movies manage to juggle multiple things. It's just,
multiple characters, multiple storylines, and multiple characterizations and character building.
Here's the best thing I want to put it as.
Both movies do good jobs.
We saw both movies together.
Yeah.
When we watched Fantastic Four, I knew you preferred that movie just slightly more than...
Because all the times I kept smacking him like, did you see that?
Yes!
Hi.
Yes! And the flip side of that, when we were watching Superman, I was calling things like, this is the... And it's just like, that's just in that little bit, like those moments, you're like, okay, it's a preference. Like, and for me, when I saw Superman, when I had those... I teared up, and I told you I had moments where I teared up seeing Fantastic Four, but I think I had more moments that...
I don't think I did. Fantastic Four.
There are more moments in Superman that hit me...
Yeah, me too.
In my soul, and I was just like...
In my soul.
It was just... And similar to the first steps, it was just great to see hope, like you said, hopeful, joyous movies.
Yeah.
So the real debate, there is none. It's all... That's the whole joke of this, is like, there's not really a debate here. It's really just preference, and... because I grew up with the Batman series and the Superman series and the Justice League stuff, like I will always, I feel like, have that childhood nostalgic tie to DC, like how you felt when you were reading, your brother's comics and you read those X-Men books and stuff.
My comics, motherfucker.
I thought you said you got them from your brother.
Well,
sometimes I'm sure.
At a certain point, like he, went away to college and then I bought
him. Sure.
And then there was a certain point when I started. There was a dumb period of time when I would buy the same books because I wanted my copies, and he was just like, "You're such an idiot! Like
you're wasting so much money."
No, what he would say is like, "Dude, I will use my allowance on the comics, and you use your allowance on our snacks for the week." And I'm like, "No!"
Well, a video game or something.
No,
save up for something we both can enjoy.
No, can you? Is it hard to believe that I was like that?
So honestly, I think. Like I said, you had those boyhood moments of like, cool, like you were literally next to me going, yes, like every time they made references and talked about, like when they fight the space apes, dude, you were shit-eating grin like ear to ear. So I was like, well, clearly he's gonna enjoy this a little bit more than me, and I'm sure you probably thought the same thing of me because I was smiling throughout.
Well, the funny thing is that every time we go to see these movies, we always one of us is nudging the other,
like, "Oh, dude, yeah."
At every weird, thing, mention Easter egg, whatever, da da da.
Sure.
The funny thing is whoever's nudging the other one already knows it.
Oh yeah.
But we want to make sure that if you didn't see it, hey.
But that's another thing funny. Too.
We're basically distracting each other from seeing the shit. Like. What?
Again, you have. Oh, you also have more.
I missed.
Another thing.
I was looking at you. What?
Another thing too, where I have more of attachment to Superman and DC. I think you have more of attachment to the Fantastic Four, just in general. Because I'll be honest, when I like the Thing book was I've read stories when those characters are in it, but like I said, the last episode was 48, 49, 50.
Yeah,
those were like the first Fantastic Four books I've read. I never read Fantastic
Tell me the truth. Tell me the truth, man.
No, they hold up. They're not that bad overall.
I wasn't going to say that. But
I'm just saying I enjoyed them.
Tell me the truth what I was just talking about. Isn't Mr. Fantastic kind of a big nothing who just talks a lot? Like Sue is something, Johnny Storm is something, Thing is something. But like Reed is just a dude who talks a lot and he's stretchy. Am I wrong? Tell me.
He kicked the space in.
In the comics that we read, isn't he just a big nothing who talks a lot?
Just
stretches?
like he is in the movie. Yeah.
I'm just saying, like, don't hate on me, but that's one thing I love the Fantastic Four. They're one of my favorite. I shouldn't even say they're one of my favorite comic books because that's not exactly accurate. Like, I do enjoy reading a Fantastic Four comic from almost any era.
Yeah.
But I have my favorites. I got my Byrne era. Fantastic Four. I got my Walt Simonson era, which that's fucking crazy. Did we review that where they do the Doctor Doom time battle?
No.
Oh my god, it's fucking amazing.
Well, I was gonna.
I thought we did.
Well, I was gonna bring up. You remember a couple of years ago, I talked about the book Spider-Man Life Story.
Yeah.
Where it was like each issue was a decade, and Spider-Man ages in real time. So by the final issue, he's old.
Yeah.
They do the same thing with Fantastic Four. I need to finish it. I just started it. It's actually, I can't remember who. It's actually really fun and entertaining.
Yeah.
And I think that really helped me kind of get good grounding for the movie because. And the frustrating thing I think with both these movies are both movies had to be reboots in a world where, okay, we've done 20 plus years of superhero movies. We all know who Superman is. We all know kind of, we've been through three, this is the fourth version of Fantastic Four. Fifth, if you count the 90s one that never released, yeah. Like both struggle with that whole thing of like, well, I need a little bit more of this. And I'm like, do you? And then I go like, oh yeah, I read the comics to do this. Not everybody needs to do that, but I'm just saying, like, I don't know, maybe read a comic book once in a while, and maybe you'll figure this stuff out.
This is great.
Although these movies, time out. Also, these movies, you don't need to do that to enjoy these movies. You don't need to read a comic book to enjoy these movies.
So, real great timing on this. Met a friend at the Singles Mixer this past Saturday. And we're gonna go hang out at this artist's like building thing. It's like a deal on Friday, so I've wanted to go, and it's like a nice excuse to go with somebody or whatever. Mm-hmm. Haven't seen Fantastic Four. She hasn't, and she was asking me like, do I need to, whatever? Is there anything I need to know going in?
And you don't.
Not really, but here's what I said, and this is what I urge people to do the very least. When you're going into a comic book movie, if you don't know anything about comics, go to Wikipedia. I'm serious.
Yes.
Go to Wikipedia, look up that character or team, and make sure you're doing the comics. Then there's going to be a fictional character biography, then there's going to be a publication history.
There's also articles that will have like reference to maybe this might be the inspiration they're pulling from of like this comic or this thing.
To be honest, the fictional character biography is usually not that long. The publication history is the one that is really detailed because they're telling you
all the different series.
Which issues Well, this is what But the character is usually 4 or 5 paragraphs. You can read it and be like, okay, cool.
Point is
It'll tell you if there's different versions, blah 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 blah. But the point is, you'll have at least a rudimentary understanding of the basics before you go in. And to be really brutally honest, again, I'm just nothing but brutally honest. I say that a lot. But to say that again, if you're going into a movie and it's well done enough, and these are both well done enough movies, you should be able to follow it like any other movie, despite the fact that they're wearing costumes. Am I right?
Yeah, sure.
I mean, you don't go to a rom-com and come out and go, I didn't understand it.
I could see the argument that maybe Fantastic Four does it a little bit better than Superman.
Sure, but they both basically, this is what you're getting into.
Yeah,
now
we're dropping you in, here it is.
Yeah.
And you know what? Look, I don't think you need to read the books. I'm sorry. No. Yeah, go to it. Google it.
I think you should.
There are a lot of people out there like us that are crazy about this stuff, and we'll tell you everything you need to know.
Yeah,
because we're crazy.
Or we'll tell you which books to go that we like.
And also, more importantly, if you like Fantastic Four, you like Superman, you didn't like who cares? Yeah. Did you enjoy it?
Yeah,
that doesn't matter. I enjoyed both. You enjoyed both. You can like both, everybody. Yeah. But even though but Superman's better. Fucking ass. You beat me.
Fuck you, man. Hey, man. We gotta have that.
He came up through the dust, bro, and there was a woman on the bridge.
He came up through the dust. Came up through the dirt. I thought we were singing. Off panel, off topic with Jake and Tyler.